Hi, this is Eric Humphrey from Quiet Under Set Magazine, and I'm standing here with Aaron and Quan Johnson, owners of Pristine Care All Natural. So, Pristine Care, I'm going to let them tell you what Pristine Care is, and that way y'all have a full understanding, because see, I'll mess it up. So, here you go. So Aaron
Yes, sir.
and Quan, pleasure.
Pleasure.
All right.
Our pleasure's all ours.
Okay, so tell me what Pristine Care is.
So, Pristine Care, we're international importers. Me and Quan, our family owns land in Ghana, and we were actually gifted, and we were able to do some business where we have land in Africa. And so from there, we actually started getting minerals through Department of Agriculture and Customs, the first area that we started importing from. And then we also went to the West Indies and Grenada, St. Lucia, and Jamaica to start getting therapeutic grade climates and therapeutic grade soils to get highly enriched herbs. And so from there, this is the building blocks of our company. We take minerals and nutrients and we create formulations that actually are alkaline for the body. So whether it's a system of hair, skin, or pain itself, this is what our company helps with.
Okay, so first question I'll probably ask Quan.
Sure.
And Quan, tell us, both of y'all can answer it. Before you start, what is this business actually in regards to the products you sell and Quan?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and then I'll let you double up on it. Once again, we're mineral manufacturers.
Okay.
So yes, what we do is we're going into the industry of cosmetics that are chemically based, and we're giving minerals and nutrients. This is one of the things, as owners of this company, me and my wife, we started with almost the bylaws of making sure we're organic, mineral based. But then from there, we want to be able to do formulations that impact the body. Anything you put on your skin is in the blood in 26 seconds. So one thing that we're doing is we're making sure that what you're putting into your system has that mineral, the minerals we need to keep on having the body thrive. And so
Okay,
you can
so
kind of
Quan-
build on top of that.
Yeah, so what type of products do y'all sell?
So we deal in pain management, we deal in hair growth, we deal in skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, acne, scars, stretch marks, many different creams that can help with the skin, so skin health. Then we also deal in stuff like minerals for people that's dealing with aging. So anti-aging products like the serums, the cleansers, the firming tightening baths.
And that's, once again, it's cosmetics.
Yes.
So it doesn't just affect one area of the body. That's why we treat this like a tech company.
Okay.
Because I have access to minerals and nutrients that most people haven't heard of, this is why our formulations hit the whole gamut.
Okay. So, how and when did y'all get started in this business?
We started back in 2007, where we kind of started learning formulations, had big brother companies who we poured the information on. But it's about study, bro. You put money into it. Anytime you're opening up a business, you have to learn the ins and outs of it. And so just like anything else we did, this isn't our first company, but just like anything else we did, we got immersed. We spent our money to learn. And then once we learned, we started going into big places where you had to have understanding to deal with these scientists. So we went to scientists and big name companies to verify what we learned. And that's how we launched. That was our launch for it.
Okay.
So that's when we started in 2007. But we decided, when we seen how the epidemic far as cancer, different things was going on, we decided we wanted to go all natural. So when we was starting out, we was actually, doing different products, ingredients that wasn't, on the whole natural scale. 2009 is when we started the whole natural state, making sure that we don't compromise any one's health for a profit.
But this goes back to that chemical understanding, once
Okay.
again. Yeah.
So, what inspired y'all to do this?
As my wife said, cancer epidemic. We started seeing commercial consumption is what's making people sick. Everybody want to be vegan, but nobody's taking care of their products. That's why when it comes to the order of our business, it's not one of those things. We're an immersed family, meaning I'm the head of my house. I brought in my wife for what the vision was. My wife was able to get trained on what the vision was. And then we both, being different dynamic pieces of our company, masculine and feminine energy, we were able to move forward. So that's why in the way that we do, even when we break down how we answer questions, everything is done depending on what each arrangement was. And so, or my wife might help with production management.
Well, tell us about production.
Well, once again, we'll get there in a second. Once my wife does production management, I might be doing assets and I might be doing acquiring for the herbs. So we might go to certain indigenous communities and then we show what we can do for fair trade and we bring them business from America that they wouldn't normally have access to. Yeah. So when it comes to production, let my wife go ahead from there.
Ahead. Tell me about
Well, one
production.
second, brother. What we do, as far as I'm gonna let her do her side, but I want you to know how we arrange formulations. Formulations and how we do it are arranged by a team of us. And what we do is we select what it is as a team, and then once we formulate and lock in a formula, then from there we run it through production management.
Okay.
So it's not one of those things where it's just, hey, grab and we mix.
Right.
This is done through a team of botanists, people who have years and years of mixing specialists.
Okay.
And then from there we run production. And yeah, go ahead
Okay,
and break
tell
down
us
to
about
it.
the production, because then I want to go back to where you get the products from Africa and how that process works. Go ahead.
So far as production, again, like he said, my husband said, we formulate it in a way that is geared toward whatever that product is. So a lot of our products is more, as I can say, like say for instance the pain cream. So with the pain cream, it's not just, okay, aches and pains. It go into, we have clients with nerve damage, clients with muscular damage, clients that have, joint pain, stuff like arthritis and stuff of that sort. But then when we go into, so it's like a one for all. So you don't have to buy multiple products. You have one product that's going to actually hit on different levels.
Okay.
So
Depending on what the formulation is.
yeah, depending on the formulation.
Okay.
So
So back to, you said when you get the elements and stuff from Africa, how was that process to bring it back to the United States? What do you have to do?
So that's why I took a break on when we were talking about production management. We don't just order off of Amazon. This isn't where we just take it. Each plant coming in its raw nature, coming in a powder form or oil, has different conditions in which it has to go in. So that's the first thing about the specialists. We have to study what the plant can go through to keep and retain its power, and what's the easiest way to get it inside the body. What most people don't realize is 26 seconds in the chemical world is the same thing in nature. So we're looking at the identity of what area grows what. And then from when I find out what the identity of the plant is, I take a formulation that partners it well. And so this is where using companies like DHL, sometimes we use the post office, sometimes it just depends on what's going on FedEx. But we use type of organizations that leave the islands or leave Africa at least once a week, and then that way we can stay on top of our orders we need to replace. That is the hard part. Some conditions of the plant, it can't leave if it's not dried completely. If it has a fruit, it has to be done in a particular way to get it on the plane. So each plant is a little different, but that's why we have to partner well with the indigenous community. And then that's why it's a whole different responsibility when it comes into the United States. And when my wife does running production, we have to go through so many layers. Let's say if I go to a different area and their quality is slightly different of, let's say, Cersei bitter melon, where I can get from Africa or I can get from all of the different islands, even Florida. Each area is going to have a different potency. So that's where we come in, is making sure that the master cultivators we deal with give us a consistent product. It's high therapeutic grade, and then once again, it keeps in lines of whatever our formulation is. So that's its own business in itself. That's why we have to have somebody on that side, and then my wife is running. Once we already lock in formulations, okay, this is how we keep it exactly the same every time.
All right, very well. So name some of the products that you guys sell.
So we have stuff also like Panigate Ease oil.
A very popular oil,
Yes, popular oil for people that deal with panic attacks, anxiety. We have clients with PTSD, bipolar, using it helps with relaxation. Even just smelling it from the bottle, you can feel the calming sensation. Our hair growth, we actually created that for a cancer patient at Walter Reed in 2013 who was going through She was going through radiation. Her parents spent over $3,000 trying to grow her hair. Doctor said you might as well cut it all off. We partnered with her, not charging her anything. Within about 2 days, she felt itching and tingling on the scalp. First 2 weeks, she seen fuzz, and another 2 weeks, 4 weeks going to work without her wig.
Wow.
You know, so.
Interesting.
And then other products, again, like the pain relief. We have guys in the NFL, NBA, WWE, doctors' offices use it, even our doctors recommending us to their clients.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And that's unusual because they normally don't be recommending.
Yes, we have
natural
all recognizing all
stuff.
natural.
Recognizing,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So the formulations on the product, it really depends. We're an apothecary. So what an apothecary means is we take different plants. That's why the big part about where we get it from, it says what we can do. So some things that coming from the West Indies, that's gonna cover your hair, your skin, even detoxing your body. But then you have some things that come from like maybe Japan or China that may be just additives that we're helping to with preservation.
Right.
But our biggest thing is whatever I'm using, it has an area of specialties in that particular indigenous community. And then as an apothecary, we find ways to get this in your system. So when I find ways to get it, we wanted you to be able to have a host of cosmetics that all have these different minerals that have a different tangible effect on your body. If you're rubbing stuff in every day, then it should typically have a benefit. And so plant sales, we find ways, that's why we treat it like a tech company. We find ways to find new things to do for your system with our nature. So
Now you have a brick and mortar.
Yes.
Where's that location at?
that's in Waldorf, Maryland. We have over 2,000 square feet in Charles County. You can break more about it.
So yes, our address in Waldorf is 3971 St. Charles Parkway, Waldorf, Maryland, area code 20602. We right off of the intersection of St. Charles and Leonardtown Parkway in Waldorf, Maryland.
Okay.
And I just want to say one more thing also.
No, say anything you want.
When
Educate us.
When he was talking about the skin, we have to be careful what we put on our skin because this is our biggest organ. So
Right.
we tell people and we educate them all the time, if you don't know what you're putting on your skin, if you can't pronounce those products, you need to do research before you start putting those products on your skin.
And it's just as easy as Googling. If you take it in the back, there's apps called Yuka, Y-U-K-A. It lets you scan right at the back of your products and it tells you the carcinogens. And most people don't realize the cancer cells that they're rubbing in daily. So yeah, we want clients to realize that the mineral way is going to be the biggest way we become the healthiest nation overnight. Well, while we still have edible things that are going in our diets, and yes, we want to get away with processed and a lot of the meats, most people, they think they're being vegan, but they're not dealing with their chemical products in their house. So they're rubbing in chemicals in their bloodstream daily. They say the average woman is leaving out the house with 250 to 3,000 chemicals daily before she hits the door. So we can reverse engineer that and have minerals going into your system. And then on top of that, you got a great diet. Now we're really winning.
What do you consider a great diet? We always don't follow on the straight and narrow when it comes down to eating.
Yeah, so
what
we
do
don't
you
focus
consider?
on nutrition too
I know,
much.
not
as
too
far
much,
as
but I'm
us.
saying if
But
you...
yeah, no, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So what we started to realize was as people start to do plans according to their blood type, their bodies break down all of this a lot better, faster, and it's stronger. So what happens is we get a lot of people who don't really realize that eating according to your blood type really gives you an advantage on how the food is breaking down in your body. So that's one of the first things we realize. Getting a nutritionist, finding out what your body breaks down well, understanding your genetics and your genetics and your allergies. This typically can kind of give you a good starting point. But then from there, of course, we know all of the fruits, the vegetables, the alkaline, the minerals, the nutrients. As long as we're getting fruits, as long as we're getting berries, we're getting melons, we literally can jumpstart a lot of things going on, antioxidant-wise, and just building up. So, of course, teas, herbs, fruits, these are ways to balance out, even if you don't have the best diet. We want to find those minerals going into our system. So we tell clients we can't live without the earth. Regardless of what it is, you got to keep the earth going in your system.
Right. So you have some products here. Let's take a little walk around. Let's do a little tour, and I'm gonna let y'all show the audience what type of products you have.
Absolutely. So one of the go-to ones that everybody loves as far as a moisturizer is we do an aloe vera sunflower baby oil. So we want you to really have fun when it comes to all natural. We want these products to be the type of products that when you pull it out, you know, your sons, your daughters, your wife, your husband, you'll be able to get the real understanding of what the minerals are doing for hydration, but also how they're actually benefiting the body. Native Americans call the aloe vera plant the wand of heaven. Egyptians called it the plant of immortality. And so we want clients to realize the preservative properties they were talking about, what aloe vera actually does.
Okay.
So that's very good.
And what is this right here? That you said hot flash? Absolutely. The hot flash is for the women.
Yes, hot flash
Men
for you.
get hot flashes
And my
too.
brothers love it too. This is the thing. Go ahead, I'll let you go on it, but real quick, it is also used as almost a deodorant and a kind of a temporal body control. But go ahead.
So with the hot flash oil, we have a lot of clients. I mean, they're going crazy for the hot flash oil. We have clients that say at nighttime their pillow, when they wake up in the morning, their pillow is soaking wet. After putting this on before they go to bed, they saying they having a more drier pillow when they wake up. They're able to put it on and feel, if someone was right here, they could put it on right now and they're able to feel the hot flashes calm down. So they feel that cooling sensation on their body right here in front.
And the places where we actually have you apply it is around your glands. So we do it behind the ears, back of the neck, and in front of the neck. And as my wife said, in a full trigger, it hits all the glands you need, and it actually calms down, even in the middle of a hot flash.
Okay.
And so that's, it's one of those real-time benefits.
So we got some little leaves here.
Well, let's grab that one right there. That's the muscle relief one. You want to grab this? Yeah, that's right. So what this one is, this is called our Ultimate Strength Muscle Relief. That picture over here, as my wife stated earlier, we deal with pro athletes, we deal with clients in the NFL, the NBA, and we had clients who really were in a mineral deficiency. And what we did for them is we took 31 herbs that we import into the country: turmeric, ginger, vitamin E, basil, juniper berry, clove. We have a trace equal on the rest. But this is a topical cream that allows you to attack your inflammation. You put it right where the front and back of the knee is. We get brothers who have certain surgeries. We get clients who kind of really need to get inflammation or get some sleep throughout the night. So we know autoimmune is all we're really doing is helping people manage. And so we want clients to be able to see what happens in a mineral desert versus when you start getting minerals that attack inflammation, detox the body, and replenish minerals. We use the pro athletes to show that it has to be high grade. We can't give them guys icy hot. So we want to give them a product that really attacks the inflammation and gets them back on the field. But when we look at heads of households, how does that translate when you're carrying a family on your back? You don't got time to think about your pain. You got to keep pushing. So we know in our community, not just the pro athletes is wide, but you guys are the head. The heads of households are the business. So we want to be able to give something that gets those minerals back into the body and keep you moving.
Okay.
Yep.
So what are some of your biggest sellers? I know you got facial products.
Yes. The facial products
are,
of course, phenomenal. I'm going to let my wife kind of tap back in.
All right, tap back in, Juan, while he gets some stuff together. Nice fancy boxes. I didn't get that gift box when I brought my products. What happened?
You know you're an A1 customer.
I know.
You get your stuff. You're a
I
very
know
good
you.
customer.
Oh, I love that because I have that at home,
Oh.
and I have
The mask.
the mask. Oh my God, when you take that mask off, ooh,
Yes, absolutely.
So-
your face feels so good.
I just wanted to
Skin.
do, well, I guess I can do this. So this one right here is the lemon geranium detox scrub. So with the lemon geranium detox scrub, it actually is activated chocolate scrub will help with pulling the toxins from the skin. Also, people that deal with ingrown hairs, you can put it on there and it help with bringing the hair to the surface, and you can cleanse it out. Because some people with the ingrown hairs, they pluck them and they keep on getting them knots and stuff up under there. So this one, we've also had a client back in 2017 that actually had a keloid on her skin. She had a keloid on her skin, was getting a laser off, every couple months, paying $1,000 or so. She wound up using this cream, the whole set. She did a whole set for 2 weeks, and she the keloid actually was smoothed off her skin. So she was happy because all she did was she was using the scrub to pull it to the surface, and once you get it to the surface, you cleanse it out. Where you had the cleanser here actually has ingredients like the frankincense, the myrrh, the cypress, the carrot essential oil, which helps with, healing, has healing properties for the skin.
Absolutely.
So then this right here is the facial serum.
I got that one, right?
Yes, sir.
I got that one,
You almost got the whole set, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. You might have picked it up at different times.
I did.
But
Well, I
yeah.
picked up this. I picked up the
And the
mud,
mud.
and
And I think you got the tongue.
I need to. No, I need it's a cleanser that I
So
used
that's the
already.
cleanser.
The facial cleanser.
Facial cleanser.
So what was this? I got
That's the tone.
That's the toner.
Okay, maybe I thought it was a cleanser, so I didn't get the cleanser then.
Maybe.
I'm go.
So
You
the
A1, so we gonna hook you up.
So with the serum here, the serum also helps with tightening the skin. So bring the elasticity back into the skin. All top oils you can see right here.
Yep.
These are
Can we get a
those.
close up of that?
So we shake it up.
And you wanna hold it up right, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So you can see
All
that.
the minerals and nutrients. Yeah.
Aloe vera, the extracts you see is like pomegranate, blueberry, rosehip, carrot. Then you have the frankincense.
And on
essential
body
oil,
temperature,
carrot.
it melts
It
down.
melts directly
Yes,
on
directly
contact.
into
You
your
don't
I
skin.
use it.
Yeah.
All you need is about 2 drops to do your whole face.
Yeah, he told me that the first
It
time,
keeps your skin moisturized.
and it does, and it
And
does.
it's
No,
aloe vera. So even some people that's looking for something like to go out in the sun, the SPF, the aloe vera also helps with that if you put that on your skin. before
And
going
that's
out.
part of the keeping you young properties.
Yes.
When Native Americans earlier said that aloe vera is actually called the wand of heaven, and Egyptians are calling it the plant of immortality, it is literally because fine lines and wrinkles. Scientists are saying that aloe vera hydrates on the cellular level, so as you continue to put it on your face, it just hydrates, and that's what keeps you looking young. But for Egyptians to deem aloe vera the plant of immortality,
Right.
we all should be keeping that inside of our facial regimens.
we
Absolutely.
run to the stores and get all the
Yeah.
products that have all those chemicals in it.
Right.
We don't know, like you said, putting stuff in your body. 'Cause when I started using this, it was a difference. My skin felt better, it breathed better. I scrubbed with that, and then I put the mask on. I'm like, okay.
And my brother got a natural glow going on. You already know you killing them, bro. You already know,
They
man.
think I'm 10 years younger. I
Oh,
guess.
let's go.
That's a. So what does a gift box like that would probably somebody wanted to?
That's about 1 2.
Oh, okay, that's really reasonably priced because you can go somewhere and pay like $100 for one product.
Right. And this being
It's
organic.
like cellular, that cellular thing. the
Yeah,
cellular,
exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
product.
So it being organic, that's really why we want to be able to do stuff like this. Our community has access to minerals without having to pay the most expensive products on the market. That's our biggest part.
Very well.
Yes, sir.
This is really nice. And this is a hair. Tell me about some of the hair products.
So in 2013, we had a young lady who was at Walter Reed who beat cancer, but her family was spending about $3,000 trying to get her hair back. We came up with a formulation called Miraculous Hair Treatment that's over 31 herbs. Currently, we have alopecia clients, we have anybody in recovery, but we want clients to not to take the thing personal when it comes to hair loss. Your hair is a protein that comes from blood flow. So we're telling clients anything that's blood pressure medicine, anything that affects your blood can actually affect your hair. So what our job is to do is to bring those minerals in, top tier minerals from around the world. We put it in one jar, and a lot of companies, they sell 3 or 4 steps. In one jar, all we have you do is stimulate the follicles once in the morning, once at night, get about 60 seconds of getting blood flow to the roots, and typically that's all we have you
So
do.
how do you get the blood flow to the roots?
You like taking your finger and just massaging right on your problem areas. This is what, when we discovered in the 60s and 70s, what our community was doing to make sure grandpa's hair was on the shoulder. Grandma or somebody would do 100 strokes with a brush, and it would get blood flow to the roots.
okay.
And the hair follicles, everybody's hair was on their shoulders.
Because I was going to buy some of y'all. Put it on mine.
But the minerals that we're adding in, we first have the person fall back from shampooing once every 2 weeks. Overly washing your hair could be stripping the natural oils.
Okay.
So we have you fall back from that, and then we just how you do the formulation.
Okay.
Over 31 herbs, and you can smell the mineral counts as soon as you put
Wow.
it. So that's our biggest thing is Every formulation should have its own identity depending on the plants that's in it and what we're trying to
Now,
do.
is that the serum to that, or no?
It is the
same
serum to it.
product?
It's actually called Miraculous Hair Oil, Miraculous Treatment Hair Oil.
So you use them both together?
Yes, but this is the primary product. Most people get results without having to buy anything else, but if you did want to get an added oil where you're not running through your cream and that's only on your scalp, then we sell you the oil as well.
And then we have it this way for people that have braids.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So this way
Okay,
they have
good.
the top right there. That way they can put it inside of their hair, or people that, you know, when they get their hair done up, they can't reach in to
Right.
use the cream.
So they
So we
use
have
that.
that one that we.
Absolutely. I have one particular question. What were you guys doing before you started this business?
Graphic design.
Graphic design.
Yes.
And well, that's what we was doing.
And
We
you
had
was
a
a
graphic design.
scientist, right?
Well, not necessarily. We went into the thing together, kind of learning the science and going to big brother companies and paying to play essentially. But no, I used to do force protection for the Joint Chief of Staff while we still had the graphic design company. We took the money from the Joint Chief of Staff. I was on Fort Myer, Fort Belvoir, and Fort McNair, and we started the company. This one, we had the other business, which did things like this, the graphic design, the shirts, the wraps. But this one became so big, it pulled us out of all the other businesses because it was that big. But yeah,
Very well.
force protection, and then we've been entrepreneurs probably since 2000 and
2009. I haven't worked for nobody since 2007.
2007. Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yes,
Excellent.
sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Black excellence.
Yes, sir.
That is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, well, I got one more last question.
Sure.
I see some herbs or some stuff in the jar. Tell us about what those are and what do they do.
So, let's go ahead. See what's spark more.
Okay.
We got some up here as well.
Okay, we're going to move back around. Watch.
And I'll bring those up.
Okay. So, again, as my husband said, we import herbs in and we import minerals in from different countries. The cerasee my husband touched base on earlier. Cerasee also is like a detox, it's a bitter detox, helping with cleansing liver, kidneys, and stuff like that. And then we have stuff like the mullein. A lot of people is familiar with mullein, which is mucus, respiratory, and stuff like that. The horehounds, a lot of people have heard about the horehound drops. They said it's like a candy, but it's more for like sore throats and appetite stimulant for people that aren't able to eat and different things like that. So we have a lot of different herbs. Dog blood bush. Dog blood bush, it's like a women's tea. So we have clients that come in because it helps with cleansing the fallopian tubes. Also, it helps with shrinking fibroids. Now we do tell people we don't claim to treat, cure, heal, diagnose
Right.
any situation,
Right.
and we're in the age of information, so people can also do the research on them for themselves. But this is one of those teas that they call the inflammation tea, and we get this from Jamaica.
Okay, very well.
So that's just a few of the ones that
And the basis with the herbs, we import individual herbs that have different effects on the body, as my wife just stated. Some are for detoxing, some are for adding mineral nutrients that we're deficient of in the West. We're in a desert when it comes to minerals. So the
Right.
fastest way to get a particular substance in your body in the ancient way is herbal infusion, which is tea. And so we take hot water and we put roots or we put particular flowers in it, we get those extracts out. And we have access to plants from around the world. So what we do is we find some of the most popular, powerful plants, and we get them in here so the community can get access to them.
So tell me, what would one person take if, like, they always tie low energy and stuff like that? What you have a product for energy? and
Yes.
stuff?
So what we do when we have particular, let's say, vitality things that we want to add, we do a men's vitality blend. You can grab that, Mom. And what we're doing with the men's vitality blend is we take about 8 herbs. You see all the herbal count we have here. And we'll take things like sea moss, lion's mane, cordyceps, red ginseng, boy's bandy, even beetroot. And we mill it and we put it in powder form, and then we do it in veggie capsules. so that you don't have to take 8 teas in one day. We'll actually put all the herbs in one capsule, and then when you take that, you actually get all those minerals and nutrients.
Is it a once-a-day tablet?
We can do either once or 3 times a day. So we made it to where you can do 3 capsules, we can do one, and then we do a men's vitality and a woman's vitality. So each one has that same properties for the men and then properties for women. And we're talking about cognitive function, respiratory,
all
energy
in
flow,
pill.
all in one, and then reproductive function as well for men and women. So
all in
it
that
gives
one
you
pill.
all in one because each
Give
plant
me 10
that we're
bags.
getting, because each pack that we're doing or each plant that we're doing, we're putting a different reason and it affects different areas of the body. But together, it becomes an entire well-packaged blend. And so,
And that's one of our top sellers to the point that we can't keep it on the shelves.
Yes.
This package here.
Yes, we constantly.
It's just men's vitality or women's vitality.
Okay, very well. Okay, thank you for giving us the opportunity to share your story and to learn about the products, you know, and anything you want to say to the audience, you know, in regards to y'all tag, your website or whatever.
Yeah, so you can follow us at Pristine Care on all your social media.
Come on in.
Pristine Care Online. Pristine Care Online. Pristine Care Online for the ordering or anything like that. And then also you can reach out to us, whether you Google us and get our contact information, or you go to the DM, or you email us at pristinecare@hotmail.com. We're an apothecary, so we can do custom blends for you guys. Anything that you're allergic to, we can remove. Anything that you're looking forward to trying, we can put in. So that's our biggest thing. And most importantly, I want to give you some time to be able to address the sisters as well.
Yeah,
because the thing is everybody needs a black woman's dollar, but nobody's taking care of her longevity. So one of the biggest things we want to do is be able to give an opportunity for our sisters to get organic. And I let the sister of the company go ahead and speak on it.
I guess you can hear most of the speaking.
Well, good. You have something to say special.
Absolutely.
Again, like you said, custom blends. So we have people that may come to us for different situations, something that they got going on with themselves, and they like, I need something for this, and I can't use these things. So like with the female vitality capsules, we have people for menopause, hot flashes, you know, energy, you know, the brain health that they're using it for. So again, custom blends
on a personal journey.
On a personal journey.
Yeah,
so a person may say, okay, well, I need a capsule for this, or I need something specific for this, a cream for this, and we may not have it. So we make a custom blend specifically for that person, and then once we see it become a demand product, then we actually say, okay, well, let's put this on a shelf, and it becomes hot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever the products that we do have, it's kind of hard to say which one is a bestseller because every person has their own situation that's going on. A person might be dealing with skin issues. Another person might not be, but that one with the skin issues, she's like, this is the best thing that touched my skin. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, so it all depends on the person. And so we sit here and we cater. We also consult with people. We sit down one-on-one consultation and see what it is that they're dealing with and what they're looking to get out of Pristine Care, and we work with them.
Without trying to treat, cure, heal, or diagnose.
As we said before.
We also want to thank Quiet on the Set magazine for even taking the time.
See, I was thinking that.
Yeah, but we also want to thank Quiet on the Set magazine for taking time to really come in and see what we're doing. My brother has been a good customer for a long time, but because he saw the quality, he wanted to be able to come in and tap in with us. And when we saw what the brother's doing, of course, we want to get to our core movers and influencers and people who are already bringing phenomenal ideas to the space. So we want to thank Quiet on the Set magazine. Real,
and
brother,
believe me, guys, I use this stuff, and believe me, my skin feel really good. Absolutely. And a lot of people say, oh, they call me chronologically gifted. I'll tell you the number. I don't believe in those numbers anyway. But it's, the skin felt very good after I used it. And I only use this on my skin.
Right.
and the black soap.
Yes, sir.
And let me tell you about the black soap. I ain't trying to sell, I ain't gonna be his salesman, but when I wash with the black soap in the shower, the water, I'm thinking that water beads off of you, it seals your skin for some reason. After you shower with it or wash with it, the water just beads off.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a phenomenal. And the formulations from the indigenous brothers in Ghana has made it world famous. Mom's has a black soap section. Whole Foods has a black soap section. So it's super popular now.
Yeah, so the products are good, and I use them, and I'm going to use some more.
Brother.
But thank y'all for giving us this time, this
Absolutely.
opportunity for
Thank you.
checking y'all out. And be sure to check the article and this interview in the magazine to come this fall, the fall issue. Beautiful. All right, thank you.
Thank you.